Welcome back to another episode of the Filmaholic. This is our free 4 episodes. We are covering A24 movies, and right now we are on The Disaster Artist, which came out in 2017, directed by James Franco, starring James Franco and Dave Franco. This was adapted based off the book, The Disaster Artist, which was, about The Room, the film that came out in 2003, directed by Tommy Wiseau, starring Tommy Wiseau. I love this movie. When I first saw it, it was a 4.5 star for me, which means excellent. But the more I watch it, the more I love it. And it's moved up, not this past time, but the time before that I watched it to a 5-star film. I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler for our top 10, our top shelf episode of that'll come up in a month or so, where we do the A24 movies, and it'll be number 1 for me. It's my favorite A24 movie. Probably. What's that?
Get to talk about it early, then.
Motherfucker. It's in my top, at least my top 50 films of all time. So I don't know like the order of everything, but it would be in at least the top 50.
With Hell or High Water.
With Hell or High Water, which would also be in my top 50. I think I don't really have any complaints about this movie. Like, everything is perfect to me. And I'm a big fan, for one thing, I'm a big fan of dramedy. That's my favorite genre, so I would consider this pretty much dramedy. I guess some would probably consider it a comedy. I don't consider it a straight comedy. I would feel like it's more both.
Biopic, dude.
It's a biopic, but it's also a dramedy. But there's so many funny moments, obviously. Like, almost, at least every other scene almost, it's got some sort of humor. But if you look deeper than that humor, it's so sad. There's so many sad scenes in this movie. Like, even like I was watching the scene where Tommy is auditioning for that school teacher, and they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" New Orleans. Yeah, where? The Big Easy. Oh, New Orleans. And she's like, "Oh, can you say it without the accent?" And it's just like, it's funny, the accent he does, but it's also like, oh man, this is awful. Like, this is so sad.
And he thinks he's good.
He thinks he is. He's there giving it his all. And it's like, oh man. They call him Frankenstein. They call him like, "Yeah, you played the villain." And it's so sad because it's like, you understand where they're coming from. And like, the one acting teacher, he's really just trying to be honest with him and give him a step forward of something that he can do and make it in Hollywood by doing this. But imagine being that person. Imagine being told you look like Frankenstein, And it's like, oh man, I don't even know if I want to be famous.
You should have some self-awareness, though. Like, man, you're not a leading man, okay? Let's just get real about that right now.
But yeah, there's like, even too, like, I love stuff about friendship too. And like, Once Upon a Time's a movie about friendship. My favorite film. This is a movie about friendship too. But just looking at their relationship too, I mean, neither one of them really have, outside of the popularity of The Room and it being successful,
you've done nothing.
They haven't, no, and they're not good. That's why. I mean, really, like, they don't have acting talent. It's just not there, unfortunately. But in terms of the film, there's moments where Tommy's jealous, right?
Yeah.
When he comes in and they're sitting there watching Gilmore Girls. He's jealous of that relationship when he at the bar, right? And hold on one second. What are your thoughts? Go ahead and say your thoughts real quick.
I mean, I like it. It's a 4.5. This last viewing, I don't know, I got kind of bored. I don't know, it was, I don't know. I can't remember what part it was. I think it was like, around like halfway through. Like, they are already filming. I was like, I don't know. I got kind of bored for a while.
Yeah, see, this is one of the movies that's like, there's not a boring moment in it for me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't before, but I mean, it moved down. I'm not going to say where it's at. But I mean, it's still in my top 10 for A24 movies.
I mean,
lower than it was.
that opening scene, from the opening scene of like, Greg is there and he's acting and he's not doing a very good job. And that's the thing I was trying to get at is that Greg is, he gets these opportunities in this movie, like to be in Malcolm in the Middle because of the circumstance where he meets Bryan Cranston and like he looks up there. But Greg is not a good actor. Like you watching his other stuff and it's like
I'm not watching his other stuff. I don't know if you have.
Well, I'm just talking about that Best Friends thing we watched, which I heard was supposed to be actually good, and it definitely wasn't.
We heard wrong.
And just bad performances from both. But I definitely think he probably should have stayed in modeling. I mean, because he was talking about that at the beginning. It's like that might have worked out for you.
Could have had a career, man.
You could have.
That is one scene that just makes me so angry, though. It's like, I would have just left the set. Like, I'm not shaving my beard, dude.
No, that is one thing. It's like,
what are you gonna do? Film it without me?
Exactly. And that's what I told Sarah yesterday when we were watching it. I was like, that's something where if I was Greg in that situation, I just would have shaved it or not shaved it and just went on Malcolm in the Middle, and then come back and it's like, hey, we can make this movie or not. You're the one that's invested all this money and time. Like, if you don't want to make it, whatever. I'm on Malcolm in the Middle now, and this movie may or may not succeed, but whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Because I mean, like I said, this isn't like a big studio production where it's like, oh, this is my career on the line.
No, this is an independent film.
I'm out for a day.
That is either going to be a cult classic, like it is, sort of, or just the worst thing ever. Nobody watches it, and it's just nothing.
It's both.
Because, like, I mean, even from like when they go to it's like I'm saying, I can't believe you got bored. It's like every scene in this is gold to me. When they go and when they buy the equipment, that's so funny. It's just like, I want to shoot it on film and digital. That's just like you would need double the crew. Like no one's ever. Tommy's a pioneer.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they're like, oh man, let's get this guy for everything all the money he has. You can film here.
Well, I like the supporting cast, like you're talking about the people in there, and because it's the two of the three people that do. Well, I think all three of them that do the podcast, How Did This Get Made? They're all in it. Yeah, it's the guy at the camera store, the DP, and then the girl. I can't remember
which one.
Huh?
The guy at the camera store.
Yeah, the guy Jason Mantzoukas.
With the beard. Or he's in.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then, like I said, the DP. I can't remember the woman on the podcast. Can't remember who she plays, but I know she's in the movie. But it's like got a huge supporting cast too.
Yeah, I mean Seth Rogen's in this too, which is a nice little
Sharon Stone
cameo. Sharon Stone, Melanie Griffith, what's her name?
Yeah,
Griffin. Dakota Johnson's mom, she's in it. Hannibal Burgess is in it.
Story.
Lots of different people. That one lady who's had the small role in This Is 40, she worked at Leslie Mann's shop. She's in it. I think it's the continuity or costume, whatever. I guess she's like in costume, but she was like, I got a photo for continuity when he was like shoving all the shit in his pocket for no reason.
I keep my stuff with me.
Maybe lose the belt? No.
Some of the belts.
Yeah, he's got like multiple ones. Yeah, and this is like the watching from the friendship, and I love the soundtrack too, by the way. Like, probably one of my favorite soundtracks too.
Man,
you don't like it?
I'm not going that far. Not one of my favorites.
If I was doing my top 10, it'd probably be in there. Because I think about when I sound soundtracks, like from the club scenes to them just driving, like towards the beginning. Which is car too, and just like I feel like that fits in so well, and like I love the scene with the mom too. That's another supporting cast. The mom, like he plays the mom.
Yeah. Greg's age.
Happy birthday. She crazy.
Don't say that.
None of my friends have cars like this. Call your friends little kids.
He is playing basketball.
Bring the football. Zac Efron's in this too. Josh Hutcherson. So many supporting cast. And I love it. It's like it's not just a straight biopic too. It like also like it adds stuff in there too that you would ask that yourself, and you got to assume the cast would ask that too. Like the mom in the room where she's like, I have breast cancer.
Yeah.
The actress is like, it never comes back up.
But I mean, you read the script before you chose the role, so it's like you knew it didn't come back. What are you asking?
I know, but it's just like I mean, I gotta feel like if you're on set, you gotta bring it up. Like, why doesn't this come back up?
You didn't bring it up in the audition.
It's a twist.
Twist that don't come back. Yeah, that's the twist.
And I love that they film stuff too. That even if we didn't see it get filmed, they put it at the end of the after thing because you get the lady from Superstore is in that one thing.
Yeah, I told you
clip.
that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until you showed it. You sent it to me last time because I hadn't watched Superstore until more recently. So I caught it this time. But
got a clip with him and Tommy at the end.
Yeah, which I like, but I mean, you don't have to have it in the movie. It is added on it, like at the end, but it's kind of funny. Greg's friends, crazy. Who are these people? I think I know he won the Golden Globe. Personally, I think Franco was absolutely robbed for both an Oscar nomination and the win. I know you are undecided on the win thing because you're Christian Bale, which I think Christian Bale should have been nominated that year too and didn't get a nomination. But I think Franco, that's just, to me, that's the best performance of his career. I love Alien in that performance, but this performance is just...
The Academy doesn't like him with A24. Like, stop making movies with them.
Just these incredible performances, and you're like, no.
Not in our... Not.
Nope. Don't think so.
Maybe one day.
No, I doubt it. And there was some stuff going around at the time, and that could have been in part of the reason why he didn't get a nomination.
Definitely.
I don't think that's fair, based off nominations, based off who actually gave the best performance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's your, it's your power who you vote for, So I mean, if they didn't want to vote for him, then they don't vote for him. But
yeah, I don't agree with that.
I mean, I don't agree with it. It's not how I'd cast my vote. But
who gets the best performance, dude?
But people aren't doing that. And it's just like you have to campaign for the Oscars and stuff, and a lot of that I understand, but also it's like you said, the best performance. Like you gave Casey Affleck the Oscar, and I think he deserved it in 2016. But you gave him the Oscar then, and you guys didn't know anything about anything then.
Yeah. It
may not have been public knowledge, but I'm sure you guys knew about it.
Yeah.
You still voted for him, so it's just a little bit annoying in terms of that stuff. But I think he should have took home the nomination for Best Actor. I think it should have went home with Best Screenplay Adaptation. He got nominated for that, but it didn't win, which I think was a shame. A complete shame, because I love the screenplay for this. What's up?
What won that year?
Oh, Call Me by Your Name.
Oh, sick.
Which was boring as shit. It's just, yeah, just not a good scream. Not good. I don't know what's up with people. And I'm not talking about the subject matter. Like, the subject matter's cool.
Oh, I didn't know that was the only thing the Disaster Artist was nominated for.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was Molly's Game nominated?
That's what I'm looking. Adapted was Call Me by Your Name, Logan, Molly's Game, Mudbound for some reason.
Yeah, Mudbound, another one. And not good, dude. What's going on? Why'd you guys nominate this? Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
And I would have nominated Logan, but Molly's Game and The Disaster Artist would be my probably.
I would have probably chosen Molly's Game.
It would have been second for me. I think Disaster Artist was better, but Molly's Game was good. But it wouldn't be one of those situations where I was like mad about it if Molly's Game won because it was incredible. But Call Me by Your Name is just so boring. Just ugh. Should have made him eat the peach at least. Come on.
God. No, dude. No.
Something happened in this movie, man.
Nothing happened.
It's just, and people want a sequel, and I'm like,
Oh, what's happening? You're watching. You'll like it too.
just boring.
Don't care for it at all.
Best thing about that was Armie Hammer's performance. Which was the best.
That was Michael Stahlberg. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that scene's
that one scene at the end, that was the only good part. Like, oh, thank God. That's the only good part is that scene with him. Like, man. And then I got to wait 2 hours for
I
it.
didn't think that was that great.
I'm not saying that's the best part of the movie.
And even that scene, you can be taken different ways. I think we looked at it differently.
Yeah.
How we viewed it, but I mean, I'm going to get into it. Call Me by Your Name talk. Not now.
Not ever. I'm not
rewatching. Maybe when the second one comes out, we can do a review on that because I do want to start doing reviews again. That is something I want to start up. I think I don't know if I've talked to you much about it, but I do want to switch after we finish these A24 movies. Doing a Freeport for all of those. I kind of want to switch things up and probably do Freeport just like monthly, and just look at, and that way we can really dive in and focus and analyze, break apart one particular film, and then do a separate thing just for like new reviews. Whenever we want to do that, but I think next week we got First Reform, which is another really good one.
Really excited for that one.
You are excited for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. It's one of my favorites too. Right now it's at 4.5. We'll see if it moves up or probably stay at 4.5. Don't imagine it dropping. But
so good.
It is very good. I'm glad I got to see that in a theater.
Drove down to a theater that's no longer open.
You saw that in Charlotte? Well, me and Sarah actually went to see this one. We went to Winston, the Aperture, to see this one, which
drove down there, saw The Rider and First Reform the same day.
Yeah, no one watched that other movie, dude.
That was a depressing day. That was a depressing day. Just drive back an hour and a half. Just, oh man. Wonder how fast that had to be going hit this rail.
Just put motor oil in your coffee.
Yeah. Where's that barbed wire? The highway.
But yeah, I saw this movie, The Disaster Artist, twice in theaters. You saw it once, right?
Yeah, I only watched it once.
Did we see it in theaters the first time? Was it me, you, and Desmond?
Yeah.
I think. The first time. And then I went to see it again the second time I saw it by myself. And it was in RPX.
Yeah.
The first time we saw it normal. And there's no reason this movie needs to be in RPX, but I remember it was like the week before Star Wars came out, and there was nothing else they had to put in RPX. And this movie was doing well, so they were like, "I'll put it in RPX." And I'm like, "Well, now I have to go see it." So that was cool, especially like the soundtrack, like I said, that I like, the Rhythm of the Night, RPX. Yes, I think I was like the only person in there too. There might have been like two. I think it was like the 10 o'clock show that I went to. So there's really like nobody else.
I'm sure you were the only person watching it in RPX.
Yeah, nobody's paying $13 to go see this movie. Which, yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty successful for what it was, which I'm glad. I mean, it had a big cast, but a lot of people probably didn't know what The Room was. Yeah. I watched a thing with, I like Billy on the Street, and I was watching one episode of that recently, and somebody, he had, oh man, I'm blinking on the kids, Jacob Tremblay. He had Jacob Tremblay with him in one episode, and he was going around, and he went up, this is back when after The Room came out, I think it was like probably right before the Oscars or after the Oscars or something, but he had the kid with him, and he was going up, and they went up to a mom and a kid, and the mom goes, he was in The Room. It was Room, no, not the room.
We'll call it The Room, and you'll like it.
The room. Just add the to anything.
You probably wasn't even born yet.
No, probably not. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it should have been nominated for Best Picture as well. I know I put that on my Letterboxd review. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I don't know. That might be a stretch.
I mean, obviously, it shouldn't have won Best Picture. There's a lot of other things that I would not awarded Best Picture to.
Yeah.
Above this, but I would have nominated it. Out of 10 nominees, definitely, hands down. I think the casting was great. I think the screenplay was great. Performances are great. Soundtrack, directing. So, I mean, and I think it's a good story too. It's like you look at that angle too of like, what is this movie about at its core? You know, if you're looking at that as an aspect of it winning Best Picture, it's about friendship, and it's about, you know, despite how you look or who you are, that you can accomplish something. Yes, I guess they didn't look too much into it though. They were just like, just framed James Franco, another stoner movie with Seth Rogen.
Here.
I mean, it's just like you look at all that different stuff, and it's like, why would you not nominate for Best Picture? Unless there was other. I mean, obviously a lot of other movies that were better, but like, look at it. Yeah, like you guys. No, that movie was not very good. Like, you know, like looking at the picture, the movies. That's another thing. Like we could do a different point, just analyze each year of the best pictures, and like that is maybe something we should do at some point. Maybe I don't know what we would do it for, but look at each year or at least the 2010s, because I don't really feel that confident looking back beyond that and making those decisions. But at least looking at the 2010s and looking at the films that were nominated for Best Picture and which ones we agree should have been nominated and what we would replace those with that we don't agree with. Because, yeah, 2017, you know. There were some that got nominated that I definitely agree with. 3 Billboards, Lady Bird,
Shape of
Water. But there's a lot that didn't get nominated that should have. I mean, Disaster Artist, like I said, Blade Runner, Logan.
Yeah, Logan I would have.
Hostels.
Wind River. You'll put it up there.
I don't know about that. I'm not saying no, because I would have to look at and like list out the ones, but I don't know about that.
People sleeping on this movie, dude.
Maybe Get Out. I don't think, was it nominated for Best Picture?
Probably.
Maybe that. I would have to look at the full nominees and look at the full. That would make it in there. It'd be on the long list. You would have? I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I'm not saying it would be either. Because it's a 4-star film for me.
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, so you must like more than I do.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was nominated for Best Actor.
No, I wouldn't have done that. I'm not taking it that far.
I mean, if you look at it, it's like I don't know. Like the acting was fine. It definitely wasn't bad by any means, but it wasn't like I walked out.
I was like,
man, Oscar-winning performances, blown away.
I missed it.
But I don't know. Yeah, I think we should do that at some point. I don't know I'm not sure what we would call it yet. Maybe we'll do that after Free Pour is over. We do the monthly Free Pour. Maybe we'll fill that in for a little bit and just look at it each year. But then that's a whole thing of, I don't know. We'll have to really think about it. We'll have to do an Oscar special.
Yeah.
Because we'll have to do Best Pictures. Because now, if we do Best Pictures, then it's like acting too. Maybe we should do acting too.
Next 20 years of Thursdays.
But that's all I have for the Disaster Artist. Do you have any? Do you have any more to add? I know there was also the stuff with James Dean, which I thought was cool in there. Which, you know, in a way, it does a little bit of a soft nod too to the fact that James Franco played James Dean in a movie called James Dean, came out in 2001. Actually, or maybe 2002, I can't remember. But I need to rewatch it. I have it on DVD. They never made it on Blu-ray, unfortunately, because I would own it if it did. But
Wouldn't come with it if they did.
Probably no, it wouldn't. So, it was actually a TNT movie, I think. I don't think it didn't go to theaters, but it should have because it's the best. You liked it? I didn't know. You watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It's definitely the best. It's the biopic of James Dean that I've seen. I don't know if we'll ever get a better biopic of James Dean. I know I watched that movie Life and turned it off like 20 minutes in because it just was garbage.
Oh, thank you.
God. God, no, but yeah, I liked it. I mean, there's definitely you could have put some more budget into it, but I thought it was good. Definitely, if you're a fan of James Dean, go check that out. Because I think if that movie had came out and been in theaters, he would have got a nomination for it.
Did he get a Golden Globe nomination for that?
I don't. It's possible, but well, I don't know. Are you looking it up there?
Yeah, he got the Golden. He won the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Miniseries or Motion Picture made for television.
Well, at least he won something for it.
Yeah.
People acknowledged it.
At least you got that one. Not getting for the Disaster Artist.
Nope.
So you're not getting an Oscar. You got the Golden Globe 20 years ago.
Well, at least he has 2 Golden Globes. At least he has the Golden Globe for the Disaster Artist and the James Dean.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the Golden Globes knows where it's at more than the Oscars do, which is something I never thought I would say, but maybe so.
Depends on the year.
Yeah. Trying to look at everything. Got Alison Brie in there too.
Yeah.
Thing, which is married to James Franco. So in real life.
So what?
You didn't know that?
No.
I said Dave, right? Not James.
You said James.
I meant Dave. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, when did this happen?
No, she's married to Dave Franco.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that, and that's why I was like, I didn't.
Yeah, she left Dave.
I thought I missed like a whole divorce and like.
They're not speaking to her anymore.
Awkward around Christmas, I'll tell you that.
You got Bryan Cranston, making him his cameo. Perfect film.
It's all right.
You'd go right.
It's a 4.5.
5 stars.
That's not gonna happen. I'll go ahead and tell you.
What's your problems with it?
I don't really have any problems. It's just like that's the thing with 4.5. So I don't really have any problems usually. It's just that extra half is like no.
It's just it doesn't resonate with you as much as other films. Okay.
Yeah. No.
The fucking Wind River.
I'll kill you. I don't know what they're just missing it, dude.
It's a 4-star.
That's a joke. It's a 4-star.
It's 4 stars, man. It's really good.
The fact that it's not even a 4.5 is a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face, dude.
I don't know, man. I think if you recast Jeremy Renner, it would go up to a 4.5.
Oh, he gave a great performance. Get out of here with that. Just disrespect.
I don't know, man. Yeah, you recast Jeremy Renner, put Josh Brolin in that role instead.
Man, get out of
5
here.
star.
Get out of here. Disrespect right there.
You have any more to add about Disaster Artist?
Not about that. Conversation about Wind River.
All right, guys. That's our free pour episode. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week talking about First Reformed.